it's Burke from Fringe. We're coming at you from our house. We got Randy over here in the middle, or mid, dinner roll bacon. Isn't that right? Dinner rolls?
Well, they are.
They are, okay. And we're making them for...
Well, Megan is having the cast of the Carolina Opry is having a, what is it, Friendsgiving?
Friendsgiving, right. Okay.
And a lot of the cooking fell in her lap last night, so I said I'd chip in a bit.
Chipping in? Well, how are you chipping in? They might want to know.
Oh, okay, so we're going to do a macaroni and cheese today, and I'm in the middle of dinner rolls that we do all the time, both of which I think are pleasant.
Oh, they're more than pleasant. They're fantastic. So hang on. We'll be right back. Randy, what are we up to next?
All right. Hey, kids. All right, so we are going to, I'm going to show you how to make macaroni and cheese, kind of the old style. We've been doing this recipe, or making this recipe for, God, 20 years. So
that's a long time. So now, what exactly do you like to cook in when you make macaroni and cheese?
Macaroni and cheese in our house will always be done in a skillet, a cast iron skillet, well seasoned. This is a Lodge. It's a 12-inch, and we love it. It'll come out perfect in this every single time. Come over here, Burke. I'll show you what we're doing.
All right. What you got?
This is pretty much all of the ingredients that you need for this macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
You're obviously going to need macaroni. Megan found these organic medium shells, so we're going with that today. We'll have some sort of a liquid. It can be, I'm using whipping cream because that's what we have. But half and half works just as well, or even milk. It doesn't matter. Then we have sour cream. We've got good old Duke's mayonnaise. We have salt and pepper. And then this is a secret ingredient, but you need to make sure you use it. It's ground mustard, because it gives a little spicy, little that's something.
See, anyway, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Okay.
See, I'm learning something.
This is why we do these things.
This is why we do these things.
And then obviously cheese, if you're going to do macaroni and cheese. And then salt and pepper. All right?
That's a good point.
All right. So we'll start today by filling up a nice little pot of water, and what you want is just enough water to cover the macaroni a good bit. It just so happens that we have the slowest water flow in the sink.
A little slow flow.
In all of, the South Strand.
Well,
we will just
we're going to tap dance while we wait for the water to do. We can tap dance, We've had that before. We've done that.
It works. The one good thing here is that we have one of the fastest boiling ovens.
Oh, see?
So we put it on there. What I do is, because you always want to salt your macaroni no matter what pasta you put in there, because it just adds a flavor. Don't be afraid to oversalt it or feel like you're going too far, because most of it's going to drain off. But a good amount of it will get into the actual, macaroni and give it real taste, real flavor.
Too cool.
Okay, so we'll be back after this starts boiling.
Boom.
Okay, stop. Like I say, watch pot never boil. But it's always a good time to dance with your wife. All right, always.
Indeed it is.
No matter when, that is. It's just,
Yeah.
Watch and learn, gentlemen. Okay, so the next thing is we're going to add, say, pasta into the now rolling boil of the water.
Boom, baby.
And we're going with all of it. Those are medium shells. I have seen big, I have seen small. Those are medium.
Medium.
Stir them good right after you do it. And then we'll be back after they're done. It'll probably take about 10 to 15 minutes, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Time for a good dance. Perhaps. So while we're waiting for the pasta to get done, what's that happening back there under the towel?
Well, we were doing the dinner rolls.
Oh, yeah.
Earlier, and we'll probably put that one on a video later on, so keep a lookout for that.
Okay.
But they're rising, so I've actually gone through the process of mixing it all together. It's gone through a kneading process with this KitchenAid mixer. It's a 6-quart, and now it has to rise for about an hour and a half. You know, technically an hour and a half, but mine never takes that long. Usually just has to double in size, and so we're waiting for that.
Oh.
We're off to the races on that one.
I like off to the races. Boom. Woo! Hi, y'all. Oh, what's funny?
That you were standing on top of the counter to get a really unique shot. Mama's going tall.
Well, you know, you got to do what you got to do.
All right, so here we are. We're about done here. They pumped up really big. When I told you it'd be like 10, 15 minutes, it was more like 20 because these are so much thicker than what you get from the Velveeta family value size macaroni and cheese. These are a lot thicker.
Very true.
That. So we're
Very
good
true.
here. We're going to turn this off, and we're going to
Get a facial.
We're going to go with the pasta facial.
Woo, check it out. I love a good facial. Ooh, that feels good. Okay, sorry.
All right, now the fun begins. Let me just go ahead and tell you now that I'm not one to measure exact measurements when it comes to this. We do it based on, you know, feel, size, the amount of pasta, and that sort of thing. So, well, that's, given that, I'm about to show you.
Woohoo! Get her done, Daddy.
Okay, go ahead. You can smell it. It's good. All right, so there's that. We have drained it off. It's well drained, and it's there now. So that'll be one of the last things we do. Here's what I do. I don't measure a lot, so we'll...
Wait, I can't see your face.
Okay.
Wait, I think the highness is going to mess me up, so I'm coming down there. Hold on.
Sure.
Okay.
Well,
Here we go. Okay. Oh, my God. Okay. Oh, God. Okay, great. Oh, wait, great. Oh, good. We left the video.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
We're on. We're rolling.
We did a different kind of dance, just so you know. Okay. It weren't pretty.
It was what it was.
I'll just tell you, it wasn't a bit, nothing about that was pretty. Okay, so this is Randy trying to open this thing. Here, watch me do this. A little better.
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right. I was going to use some mine that I had open, but Megan already had this. So here's what I do. I'll get a little mayonnaise. Well, this is the Duke's that we talked about before. It's roughly, for this amount right there, I'd call that a half a cup, 2/3 of a cup. It's not a full cup, okay? We're also going to put in some sour cream because it adds another good element of tang to it. Okay, note to self for next video, pre-open the packages.
Well, you know.
Just saying. And here, we're going to do about the same amount. Okay, roughly the same amount. We also want to do the ground organic ground mustard. Awesome stuff. And I put about I would imagine that comes out to be, 2 teaspoons, my guess.
I'll take your word on that because I ain't got that.
Yeah.
I would be pulling out the measurer doodah hoopty doo.
Right.
You're just much better.
And she would, just so you know.
I would.
Yeah, she would totally be doing that.
I'm not good at that.
Okay,
That's why I married a chef. He can do it and he can figure it out.
No, we're not going to use that salt. We're going to use this one over here. And this one I would get a decent pinch of salt to put in there because we want it to have
A decent pinch, not a sort of pinch, but a decent pinch.
Yeah. And then I ground my pepper. I get peppercorns, usually Telecherry or the there's another kind that you can get. But anyway, those are the kinds I like to do, and I will ground it fresh. I do that once a week. Lasts me for about an entire week.
You're so good.
And then it just makes things taste better.
I
All right,
believe you.
so we have all of that right now. While the pasta is still warm, we want to mix this up so it creates kind of a creamy coating on the outside of all of the shells. Now, the beautiful thing about shells is they have these little pockets in them. The pockets will carry all of the sauce from the cheese as we start building this. Now, let me also say this. There is the traditional version of this recipe because our oldest grandbaby, Mia Berkeley, is allergic or not as allergic as she used to be, but still, you know, we're just doing it. And she's going to be one of the consumers of said macaroni and cheese. So there's that. All right, so we got those two. We got this one. This is when I put in the macaroni and cheese.
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
All right, stand by. We have to grate it first.
hold that thought.
Okay, so you probably already figured out by now that we're grating our cheese. You can always buy the pre-packaged, pre-grated, sharp cheddar cheese, but that's nasty. So we don't do that.
We don't do that.
No, the best kind is when you grate it yourself. The pre-grated has I forget what the name of the chemical is that keeps it separated for a longer shelf life, but you know, I don't want to be petrified when I'm 70. So here we go. We did this. We did about, I would tell you, 75% of that block of cheese that we had before. We're going in. We're going deep. We're putting it in right now. It gives you these other little bits and pieces, and we'll use them. And we put them in. And now we're going to pull it all together. And then we're going to add some liquid because this will be a little dry. We just want to make sure it just kind of gets together. It's going to clump on you a little bit. Don't let that worry you one iota, because what we do is we're going to add, in this case, some heavy cream. This you add until you get it just on the soupy side. Nothing too soupy, but more than that. So we're going again. I also reserved a little bit of the cheese here so that we can use it on the outside of the, or if we use it at the end when we're finished. All right. So there's a big hunk in there that snuck in there, and we're going to leave in there. All right, that's what it looks like. We got the salt in here. We have the pepper. We have Duke's mayonnaise. We got the sour cream. We have the ground mustard, and we've got it looking mighty fine in the way.
Wait. Too bad it's going to the Opry. Anyway.
Probably use a little bit more pepper. I'm going to do that now, wherever I put it.
Right there, boo.
Right here.
That fresh ground pepper.
There's something about ground pepper in macaroni and cheese to me that just screams South. Don't know why, but it does. The best ones I've ever had a good amount of pepper in it. All right, so then there's that. From here, I think the 12 inches, given the amount that's here, is probably going to be too big. So I'm going to grab a smaller one. But let me see what we got over here. I found one. This is a number 8 Griswold. It's a great one too. It's a super skillet, and it has a smaller circumference, which will allow for, you know, a good bake on the top, but creamy in the middle. Oops, sorry, hang on. Got to spray it first. Real important.
And I'm assuming that was already seasoned and stuff.
This one is already seasoned. I work this one a lot. Megan better give me this pan back.
You heard that, Megan, didn't you?
Daddy be upset. Just saying. All right. So in we go. Make sure you get all the goodie. Because all the goodie is real important when it comes to the creaminess of the mac and cheese.
That makes perfect sense. I can't get a good shot of that because
That's all right. I had
these puppies in the way.
it was in the way.
Oh my gosh, that looks fantastic.
All right, so we preheated our oven to, you on it? We still doing?
We're still doing it.
Okay, so we preheated our oven to 375, not 350, not 380. We did 375.
Boom, 375.
And we're going. Let's take a peek at this. Looky there, looky there.
That's good, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're cooking with gas on that one too. All right, so we put it in this 375 oven, and we're going to wait about 30 minutes.
Boom.
Be back in a minute. Okay, timer went off, and let's go ahead and take a look at it. By the way, these are the pot holders that my Molly made for me. How old was she, Bert?
Oh, God.
I don't know. We've had it forever.
I don't know.
So, Molly, you're here. You're with us.
Woohoo! She's in the cast too.
That's right. So,
Boom.
there it is. That's what it's supposed to look like. You can see we're getting a lot of bubbliness around the sides. You get some kind of here in the middle. It's fantastic.
And that looks good.
That's going to be good. So what we do here now is that we finish it up with that last little bit of cheese from that block. And what I do is, Pearl, you need to move side, honey. Put it on the outside. Spread it out accordingly. Get as much of it covered as you can. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, babe.
It'll be good.
So what's for lunch?
Yeah.
Because this is not going to be here.
Bologna.
Thanks. But then again, if you make it, it'll be the best bologna sandwich I ever had.
Oh, you lucky thing. All right, guys, that's it. Unfortunately, normally in these videos, we'll taste it and do some other things. But in this case, we were on a commission. We were on a mission to make one. You can throw that back in the back in the oven if you'd like, and get a little bit of brownness on it. I don't. I'll just let that naturally melt. But this one's heading off to Friendsgiving. Friendsgiving at the Carolina Opry. Stay tuned for more of these. We're going to do a whole lot more of these, and I hope you like them all. If you want to, subscribe to our channel here just below, and we'll probably put a couple of links down there too, so you can get some better ideas of what we're going to do in the future. So otherwise,
all right.
Have a great day.